So hi and welcome to my War Thunder videos. This time I'm playing with my Brits. Normally I used to play with my British planes when I'm well squadding up with some friends of me. There we have. I'm squadding up with Mr. Numenex, and you may know him because he joins my games a lot of times. And he also is doing the British line, and Big D Bubble. Big D Bubble is doing the British and the Russian line. He switches between those two, between these two nations sometimes. But I want to talk about the British planes because I love them. They are amazing. I mean, I've played the Germans till rank 10, I think. Yes, tier 10. And then I gave up. Why? Because they're all energy fighters, and energy fighters are so difficult to play with. I mean, what you have to do with an energy fighter is the same as you do with a jet. If you're flying a jet, you have to gain altitude, and then you have to dive on a target, hope to hit something, and then go up and get some altitude again, and try to make another run. But of course the plus side of it is that if you gain altitude, I mean if you dive down and you gain altitude, you're very fast, so till the time they've turned around you're already a kilometers away. And every single German plane with I tried since tier 4 are all energy fighters. All these BF-109s, they are very fast. They gain altitude very easily. It's not like the Brits, because with the Brits I've had lots of problems with speed for some reason. But but the Germans, they climb so easily. BF-109s are very good. But I like the first BF-109 had two 20mm cannon, but after that you only get one 20mm cannon. Of course, the plus side of that 1mm cannon is that it is mounted in the nose and is easier to hit, plus you have more ammo for only one cannon and not twos. So you don't have to reload as often anymore, but I like the two cannons more because it's more a guarantee hit. But the biggest problem with the Germans were that pointing the nose at someone was very difficult to do. And that's not a problem with the Brits. I don't know if you ever played Battlefield or something like that. If you want to do a slightly adjustment, you don't have to turn your whole plane like I'm doing now, but only a little bit. But you don't have to turn your wings. I don't know what the exact word for is in English, but the Germans don't have that. If you want to turn a little bit to the right, you have to get your whole wings to the right and fly. It's just too much time to do it, and it's not a problem with the Brits, because even when you're thinking like, well, I have to turn my plane now, nope, no problem. It's easy to do. I think we have a little. No, we're not. So I'm flying here on my tier 4 Spitfire, the Spitfire Mk1. This doesn't have cannons. I'm now on rank 8. Just on rank 8. I don't have the money to buy the new Spitfire Mk. I think it's VB. I'm not sure. But the new Spitfire has two 20mm cannons and 4 guns, I think. Yes, 4 guns. But the plus side of those cannons are that I don't know what it is, but the Germans, these cannons can penetrate the targets so well on the pits, but they only have 120 ammunition for 2 cannons. So you should, if you're lucky, two targets down and you lose. And the British are so maneuverable. I mean, the Spitfire is known to outflank their opponents, but I mean, this is so good. Look at the spray of this gun. Of course, most of the British, all of the Germans have cannons, and the British don't have many cannons. I mean, the Spitfire has cannons, and the Beaufighter. I'm going to talk about the Beaufighter later on also, because that's a very good plane. But the Spitfire does have cannons, but these cannons have very low ammunition. So you will, if you reload at 40 seconds, because I don't have all my repair skills research, but for instance here I'm trying to take out a heavy fighter, you just can't do that because the heavy fighter has such large, such a big ammo. I mean, so much armor. I mean, like for instance, taking out bombers. It's very difficult to do because the Spitfires are pretty fast though. But I know that I have to aim for the engines, but it's very difficult to aim for the engines. Plus, you don't know if you actually hit them, because mostly if there's a low flying, because I don't gain altitude with my British. So if there is a low flying bomber, the whole team is of course going for it. So I have to keep shooting on it to have my kill at least, so I get more XP. I mean, and plus what you do have to do, this is a small little tip for me, but if you're shooting regular bullets, you don't fire as fast. So the reason why I fire so fast on the Spitfire, if you ever played the Spitfire, is because I've loaded armor piercing bullets. With those armor piercing bullets, that's the reason why I took down planes so easily. Once if you have the armor piercing bullets, the British planes are getting very much fun, but you first have to play a game or 10 before you finally have your armor piercing. But with the armor piercing, you can take down bombers, you can shoot their flaps or their wings easily off. And that's one problem. You really have to shoot the pilots at these kinds of planes, because you can crit them, but you can't shoot their wings off like a normal cannon. And then the bullfighter. Well, what will I say about the bullfighter? Everyone wants to kill you first. Seriously, I've had 3 guys on my ass. You really have to choose your targets well if you're going to fight in a bullfighter, because everyone just wants to kill you. But I've had a game where I flew 5 minutes with 2 guys on my tail, and they still don't got me. Because the bullfighter is so well armored. If you crit someone on the right bottom of the screen, that's going to stand like you have shot his left wing, right wing, etc. So if you see that they've shot your flaps, you know that he's going down, because he can't shoot, he can't fly straight anymore. So he will crash into a mountain sooner or later. But don't try to take more hits on him. Don't do that. He is going to crash anyway. That's the reason. I mean, I flew him on bullfighter 5 minutes with 4 minutes just like my flaps shot off, if you know what I mean. Don't do that. But of course, if you can hit someone with the bullfighter has 4 cannons, and I think I'm talking about the tier 6 bullfighter. The tier 6 bullfighter has 4 cannons or 4 guns, I think. But for some reason those guns can do a very big punch, and if you have high explosive for air targets, those guns are, if you hit two bursts of your guns, you're going to take him down in just 2 shots. Like you can mount armor piercing the same. You shoot faster with armor piercing, and I crashed into him. That was probably my fault here. Shouldn't have done that. Joke moment for Phalhell. It's happening, everyone. That was totally my fault, and also him, because he turned also in me. But the bullfighter, everyone wants to kill you, but the bullfighter is so armored, it's so difficult to hit him. And I've never had before that my engines were knocked out. The only plane where I've had that problem with was with my Junkers, my bombers on the Germans. Those engines were really exposed, and it was very easy. Plus the maneuverability. I have played the DO121, I think. I'm not sure, the heavy fighter of the Germans. I always forgot the name. But it had 4 20mm cannons, 4 different guns, but it was still very difficult. It was still very difficult to take down targets, because that thing just hadn't any maneuverability at all. I mean, of course, all the German planes have very good armor. I mean, those DO121s were very difficult to take out. I mean, they needed 5 guys to take me out, but they were not maneuverable. And the bullfighter is very maneuverable, and it's a very fun plane to fly with. But of course, you have to pick your targets very carefully, because you don't want to fly into a team because the whole team is going to swarm you. But that's it, and I think I'm going to end here. That's all what I want to say about the Brits. I think next week I'm going to talk a little bit of the Germans. This is a game where I got, I think, 9 kills in. I've had a game where I got 12 kills, but I only have half the game recorded because I forgot to record. I only record when I'm playing with friends, so that may be a problem. And I'm also going to do a little video about the 50mm troll cannon. The 50mm troll cannon on the Germans, what that thing? It shoots so slow, but I got a kill. I got a game where I got 7 kills with the troll cannon and a few grunt kills. The grunt kills were mostly with my bomber Don, not really with my 50mm troll cannon. But the plus side of that 50mm troll cannon is if you have anti-tank, I think, yes, anti-tank ammo, you can take down medium tanks from behind. That's really cool because you earn lots of experience by taking down tanks. Like for instance, if I drop a bomb with a bomber on a heavy tank, I will almost get 1300 XP, I think. Medium tanks is around 850, and I think the light tank is 500, but if you're playing a bomber you get more experience by taking down ground targets. But this is the end of the gameplay. I'm sorry for not letting you see that other one because I only uploaded recorded the second part of the game. But as you see, I got 13,000 experience, 104,000 credits, standing at the first place with, I think, 8 kills. Yes, 8 kills and 2 dead, so that's not bad at all. Should have only had 1 dead, but that was totally my fault. I'm sorry for that. So that's it, and I'm Phalhell, and I'm out. Bye.